Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. The title of this video may seem sort of redundant. I don't know what the right word is for this, but what I'm calling sort of regular tourists, long-term tourists, kind of part-time expats might be another word for it. In fact, that might be what I make the title of this video, just while I'm thinking about it. But the reason for this video is with the end, sort of getting back to something that looks status quo anti-COVID, looks like something prior to March of 2020, an immigration system that's not insanely cumbersome and difficult. We're starting to see a lot of tourism numbers rise. And one thing I'm seeing that I'm especially happy about seeing is the return of what I call the regular tourist, the kind of part-time expat, whatever you want to call it, where these are folks, usually men, for at least the people I interact with, that they don't necessarily, they're not expats per se insofar as they live full-time in Thailand, but they'll come to Thailand for like 6 months out of the year, oftentimes on two sides of the year. You know, they'll come for 3 months at a stretch, go back to the States or back to the West, back to, Canada, Australia, wherever, and do another 3 months there, and then they'll come back here for 3 months, and then they'll go again. And I don't think folks in Thailand really quite understood quite the level of a driver of the tourism economy those folks are. In a sense, Thailand's always kind of semi-new to them because everything here changes relatively quickly. So every time they come back, it seems like, oh, this is different, that's different. When you're talking to them, it's always fun to talk to them when you've known folks like that for a long time. Oh, that changed, this changed. And then at the same, and everything's kind of novel. I would argue they tend to probably spend more money in Thailand than even average tourists because they know where to go, they know what they like, they're happy to spend money on it. They know they've got sort of an end date, so there's kind of a little bit more of an impetus to spend money than maybe your standard expat who lives here all year long. And then they also know that they're coming back. So, all in, the so-called kind of part-time expat, whatever you want to call it, long-term tourists, whatever you want to call it, these folks are, I would argue, a major driver of tourism revenue here in Thailand. And they've definitely been missing the last couple of years because it's been nearly impossible to get into Thailand. And now you're looking at a situation where, they're able to come back. And I got to say, it's great to see them back. It's great to have them back. Hopefully we'll see them coming back in their cycles now again, uninterrupted for hopefully into the foreseeable future.